Las Vegas, Nevada. Caesars Palace Sports Pavilion. October 2nd, 1980. Thursday evening, 9:45 in the evening. The air inside the pavilion is heavy with defeat. 24,790 people witnessed something they never thought they would see. Muhammad Ali, the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, beaten. Not just beaten, stopped. Knocked out in the 11th round by Larry Holmes, his former sparring partner, his former friend. The fight was brutal. Ali, now 38 years old, slower, older, a shadow of the man who once danced around the ring, took punch after punch. His face swollen, his legs unsteady, his spirit finally broken. Holmes, 30 years old in his prime, the new champion, stood over the legend and did what no one thought possible. He destroyed Muhammad Ali. The crowd is silent now, people filing out slowly, heads down, unable to process what they just witnessed. The end of an era. The death of invincibility. But inside the ring, something else is happening. Something that should not be happening. Larry Holmes stands in the center of the ring, his trainer removing his gloves. His face is unmarked. He took almost no damage. Ali could not hurt him, could not touch him. Holmes dominated every round, and now he stands as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. 6 feet 3 inches tall, 215 pounds of muscle and precision. The man who just ended a legend. But Holmes is not celebrating, not the way champions usually celebrate. He is looking toward the back of the arena, toward the VIP section where a small group of people remain seated. Among them, a man, 5 feet 7 inches tall, 140 pounds, wearing a simple black shirt and dark sunglasses, even though the arena lights are dimmed. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, who was supposed to be in Hong Kong filming his next movie. Bruce Lee, who no one knew would be here tonight. Bruce Lee, who sat silently through all 11 rounds, watching Muhammad Ali, the man he once respected, the man he once sparred with in private, get beaten into submission. Holmes points directly at Bruce, his arm extended, his finger aimed like a weapon. The gesture is unmistakable. You are next. The words echo through the PA system because Holmes has grabbed the ring announcer's microphone. His voice booms across the pavilion, cutting through the murmur of the departing crowd. Bruce Lee, I know you are here. I know you have been talking about how martial arts is better than boxing, talking about how you could beat any boxer. Well, I just beat the greatest boxer who ever lived. I just destroyed Muhammad Ali, your friend, your hero. So here is my challenge. You step in this ring. You face me. We settle this once and for all. No movies, no choreography, no wires. Real fight, real punches. Let us see if Kung Fu works when a real heavyweight champion is trying to take your head off. The crowd freezes. People stop walking. Turn around. Cameras that were being packed up are raised again. This is not part of the script. This is not a planned promotion. This is Larry Holmes, high on victory, drunk on power, calling out Bruce Lee in front of 25,000 witnesses. Bruce does not move. He sits in the VIP section, completely still. His sunglasses hide his eyes, but everyone in the arena can feel his presence. The tension is unbearable. Holmes laughs into the microphone. What is wrong, Bruce? You only fight on camera? You only tough when the director says action? Come down here, right now. I will give you a free shot, just like Ali did. You hit me anywhere you want. Let us see if your one-inch punch works against a real champion. The crowd is shouting now, half of them booing Holmes for disrespecting both Ali and Bruce, half of them chanting, demanding Bruce respond. The moment stretches on. 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Then Bruce stands. The arena erupts. Bruce Lee removes his sunglasses, folds them carefully, and hands them to the person sitting next to him. He walks down the VIP aisle, through the lower seating section, toward the ring. His steps are measured, calm. He is not rushing. He is not hesitating. He is simply walking, like a man who has already made his decision. Security tries to stop him at the barricade. Bruce shows them something, a pass, credentials, something that makes them step aside. He climbs the ring steps, ducks under the ropes, stands in the center of the ring, 8 inches shorter than Holmes, 75 pounds lighter, wearing street clothes, no gloves, no mouthguard, no protection. The referee, who is still in the ring from the alley fight, steps between them. "Gentlemen, this is not sanctioned. This is not official. Mr. Holmes, you just fought 11 rounds. You need medical clearance before another bout." Holmes waves him off. "I do not need clearance to deal with this movie star. 1 round, 1 minute. That is all it will take." Bruce looks at the referee. His voice is quiet but clear. He issued the challenge. "I am answering. 1 round. No rules, no referee. Just him and me, the referee." The referee looks at the athletic commission officials sitting ringside. They are arguing among themselves. This is madness. This could end in disaster. This could kill someone. But before they can decide, Holmes throws off his robe. "I am ready. Right now. Let us go." Bruce removes his shirt. His torso is lean, defined, every muscle visible under the arena lights. He looks like he weighs 140 pounds soaking wet. Compared to Holmes, he looks like a child. The crowd is screaming. This is not going to be a fight. This is going to be a slaughter. Holmes bounces on his feet. His energy is manic. He just beat Ali. He is invincible. He is the king. And now he is going to prove that boxing is superior to martial arts. He is going to destroy Bruce Lee in front of the world. Bruce stands still. His hands are at his sides. No fighting stance. No guard. Just standing. Holmes circles him, talking. "You know, Bruce, I respected you. I thought you were fast. I thought you were skilled. But speed does not matter when I can hit you with 1 punch and end your life. You think your little kicks and chops can hurt me? I just took 11 rounds from Muhammad Ali. What are you going to do?" Bruce does not respond. He is watching. Not Holmes's hands, not his feet. His eyes, his breathing, his weight distribution. Reading him the way a grandmaster reads a chessboard. Holmes lunges forward with a jab, testing. The punch is fast, professional. The kind of jab that has broken noses and knocked out contenders. Bruce is not there. He moved. Not backward, not to the side. Just slightly. An inch. The jab passes through empty air. Holmes throws another jab, then a right cross, then a combination, jab, jab, right, left hook. 4 punches in 2 seconds. All of them miss. Bruce is moving, but not the way boxers move. There is no bobbing, no weaving, no ducking. He is simply not where the punches are going, like he knows where they will be before Holmes throws them. The crowd is silent again, watching something that does not make sense. Holmes is the fastest heavyweight alive. His combinations are legendary. but he cannot touch Bruce Lee. Holmes stops, breathing hard, not from exhaustion, from frustration. He just fought 11 rounds and barely broke a sweat. But now, trying to hit this 140-pound man, he is already breathing hard. You cannot run forever, Bruce. Eventually, you have to hit me. And when you do, I am going to break you in half. Bruce finally speaks. His voice is calm. I am not running. I am waiting. Waiting for what? For you to make the mistake. Holmes roars and charges, full power. A straight right hand aimed directly at Bruce's face. The kind of punch that has ended careers. The kind of punch that knocked out Muhammad Ali. Bruce does not move away. He moves forward, into the punch. His left hand rises, not to block, but to redirect. He makes contact with Holmes's wrist, the slightest touch, just enough to angle the punch past his head. At the same moment, Bruce's right hand strikes. Not a punch, a spear hand, fingers extended, rigid, aimed at a point just below Holmes's ribcage. The impact is silent. No thud, no crack, just contact. Bruce's strike hit the liver. Not just the liver. The exact point where the liver meets the diaphragm, where nerves cluster, where pain and shock converge. Holmes's legs give out. He does not fall like a boxer falls. He does not stumble or stagger. He collapses. His knees hit the canvas. His hands clutch his side. He is trying to breathe. Cannot. His face is turning red, then pale. The referee rushes in. Bruce steps back. His hand returns to his side. He is not celebrating, not taunting, just watching. The same way a surgeon watches a patient after a critical incision. Clinical, detached. Holmes is on his hands and knees now, gasping, trying to force his body to respond. He is the heavyweight champion of the world. He just beat Muhammad Ali. And now he is on the canvas, brought down by a single strike, from a man who did not even clench his fist. The crowd does not know how to react. Some are cheering, some are booing, some are silent, trying to process what they just witnessed. The referee kneels beside Holmes. Champion, are you all right? Holmes nods weakly. His breathing is returning. The shock is fading, but the damage is done. Not physical damage, psychological damage. He lifts his head, looks at Bruce. Bruce is standing 10 feet away, waiting. Holmes pushes himself to his feet, unsteady. He looks at Bruce with new understanding, with fear. What the hell are you? Bruce's response is quiet, meant only for Holmes. I am not a boxer. I do not fight your fight. I do not trade punches. I do not measure strength. I find the weakness. I strike once. That is all it takes. Holmes takes a deep breath. His pride is shattered. He extends his glove. Bruce walks over, shakes it. Holmes pulls him close, speaks into his ear. Nobody will believe this. Bruce nods. They did not believe it when I showed Muhammad Ali. They will not believe this either. But you will remember. Holmes releases him, steps back. The referee raises Bruce's hand. The crowd erupts in chaos. Arguments begin immediately. Was it real? Was it staged? Did Holmes let him win? How is this possible? The athletic commission officials storm the ring, demanding answers, demanding explanations. This was not sanctioned. This was not legal. Someone could have been killed. Holmes's trainers are checking him over, making sure he is not seriously injured. The media swarms the ring apron, shouting questions. Bruce, how did you do it? Bruce, will you fight again? Bruce, are you the greatest fighter alive? Bruce ignores all of them. He retrieves his shirt, puts it back on, ducks under the ropes, and walks back through the crowd. His face shows no emotion, no pride, no satisfaction, just the same calm focus he had when he entered. Security tries to escort him, but Bruce waves them off. He walks alone, through the pavilion, through the exit, into the parking lot where a car is waiting. He gets in. The car drives away. And just like that, Bruce Lee disappears into the Las Vegas night. Larry Holmes stays in the ring longer, surrounded by trainers, officials, journalists, everyone asking the same questions. What happened? How did he do that? Are you hurt? Holmes answers honestly, Bruce Lee hit me once. I did not see it coming. I could not stop it. That man has something I have never seen before. Something beyond boxing, beyond strength. He hit me in a place I did not know could hurt that much. I have been hit by the hardest punchers in the world. George Foreman, Ernie Shavers. None of them hit like that. Bruce Lee does not hit hard. He hits precise. And that is more dangerous than any knockout punch. But the story will not be believed. Sports reporters will write it off as a publicity stunt. Boxing analysts will claim it was staged. Skeptics will say Holmes was exhausted from fighting Ali and that is why he went down. The footage, what little exists, will be dismissed as inconclusive because the truth is too impossible to accept. A 140-pound martial artist cannot defeat the heavyweight champion of the world with a single strike, dog. It violates every principle of combat sports. It defies physics. It defies logic. It cannot be real. Except it was. 24,790 witnesses saw it. Larry Holmes felt it. And for the rest of his life, whenever someone asks Holmes about his career, about his victories, about his legacy, he will mention one name that no one expects. Bruce Lee. The only man who ever made me feel helpless. The only strike I could not defend. The only opponent I am grateful I never had to face in a real fight. Because if I had, I do not think I would have survived. The memory haunts him, not with fear, but with respect. With understanding that there are levels to combat that boxing does not teach. That weight classes exist for a reason. But precision transcends all weight classes. Years later, in 1985, Holmes will be interviewed by a sports magazine. The interviewer will ask about his hardest fight. Holmes will list the expected names: Ken Norton, Jerry Cooney, Mike Weaver. Then he will pause, look directly at the camera, and say something that will confuse millions of readers. But the hardest hit I ever took was not in a fight. It was in a challenge. Bruce Lee. One strike. I thought I was going to die. The interviewer will laugh, thinking it is a joke. Holmes will not laugh. He will just nod, touch his ribs where Bruce struck him, and say, "That spot still hurts when it rains." And Bruce Lee? He never speaks of it publicly, never confirms, never denies. When asked about Larry Holmes, he simply says, "I respect all fighters. Boxing is a great art, but it is not the only art. And sometimes, the smallest force, applied to the right place, can move mountains. That is all history needs to know." But in his private journals, in notes he writes for his students, He describes the moment differently. He writes, Holmes was the perfect test, stronger than Ali, faster than most heavyweights, but like all boxers, he relied on power and speed. He did not understand that true combat is not about hitting hard, it is about hitting right. The liver strike is not a knockout punch. It is a system shutdown. The body simply stops obeying. No amount of training can prevent it. No amount of toughness can overcome it. That is the difference between sport and survival. Those notes will be found decades later, after Bruce's death, and they will reignite the debate. Did it really happen? Was Bruce Lee capable of defeating the heavyweight champion? The debate will never end, because some truths are too extraordinary to fit into the comfortable narratives we tell ourselves about strength, size, and dominance. And maybe that is the point. Maybe Bruce Lee knew the story would never be believed. Maybe he did not care. He proved what he needed to prove. To himself, to Holmes, to the 24,790 witnesses who were there. And that, in the end, is enough.